Happy Friday, everybody. It's hashtag FAQ Friday live from the Lake District. And this week's frequently asked question has come from a little bit of a chilly note, but we are feeling really festive at this time of year. And I hope you're nice and warm wherever you are. It is nice and chilly, but it's warming up slightly here in the Lake District. So I'll be going in some ice shortly. Having a little bit of a dip, and that's one of my festive goals this year. So, frequently asked question this week has come from a few different organisations, some businesses who are asking about this time of year. You know, they've got some of the team who are quite challenged and guest expectations are quite high. And they're having a few struggles with a lot of different people who are coming in for Christmas parties, etc. So it is that time of year where people are a bit loud and a bit different to how they normally are at any other time of year. That's putting it politely. So how do we handle it, and how do we handle our team? So it can bring lots of challenges at this time of year, and it's a time where you and your team are working full on. It's our busiest time, one of our busiest times of the year, and it brings challenges in a number of ways because people are away from the loved ones, people are having difficulty maybe paying the bills at the moment. Lots of things going on that's causing different challenges for different people in the industry. So make sure as a business owner that you're there to support, you're here to support and help your team, that you can make sure that you help each other. Really look at yourself as well. If you're struggling at the moment, reach out and ask for help. Somebody said to me this last couple of weeks, well, you know, they find it really difficult to ask for help, and I was that person as well. And when you help somebody, how do you feel? How do you actually feel when you help somebody? I know I feel great when I'm helping people. I feel absolutely fantastic. It gives me a really, really warm, fuzzy feeling. And really look at that. Now, how, when you think about asking for help, how dare you take that away from somebody else? That really warm, fuzzy feeling. So really think about it and ask for help. Get your team to talk about things, you know, where if they're struggling with anything, have an open conversation. Even if it's a 5-minute, we used to call them prayer meetings, where we discussed the day ahead. 5 minutes of that prayer meeting, or the meeting that you had early in the morning where you're planning for the day. Actually have that for any challenges that people are suffering with, and have it departmentally or just in groups, whatever that works for your team. Whatever works for your team, you've got to go with that. Don't do it, you know, because a big organisation has it for the management team and then for different departments, etc. Do it for whatever works for your business, your organisation, and celebrate every flipping win that you have. If you've had a bad day, well, what was great about that day? Really feel that gratitude. What are you grateful for at the end of the day, and focus on what you did well. Do not focus on what you didn't do well, because that's what we all tend to do, is focus on the negatives rather than the positives. And it doesn't help and support our health and well-being in our teams, ourselves, and it doesn't showcase for our guests, our customers. So really focus on the positives and learn from the negatives. Look at our negatives as a learning objective. What can we learn from it? And don't forget to celebrate birthdays along the way, celebrate anniversaries of people working with you. Really take note of every person in the organisation. Celebrate Christmas and New Year, what goals you've achieved, how you've actually created it. And any achievement that anybody's done outside of work, get to know about them and celebrate that as well. So it's a real family experience of working in your organisation. Create a culture of positivity in the workplace. Create a culture that you're all there for each other, really looking out for each other. And Another thing, especially in this festive period, I mean, you should be doing it all the time anyway, and should's the wrong word, but it would be great if you are doing it all, which is setting goals for you and your team that, you know, that'll help, especially at this time of year, that helps you stay focused and celebrate, you know, along the way. So it helps you all stay focused on your end goal, especially if it's for Christmas and New Year. What goal do you want to achieve for Christmas and New Year period, and how you're going to celebrate it? Really communicate that throughout the whole team and make sure everybody's involved with it, not just a select few. And then reward everybody when you achieve it, and make sure you follow it through. And always remember that we have one mouth and two ears. And that's a difficult one for a lot of us. But when we remember we've got one mouth and two ears for a reason, and you're probably thinking, what's she talking about? Please try and listen twice as much as you speak, because you never know what golden nuggets or what feelings or what emotions are actually going on in your organisation unless you listen. And when you speak, make sure you're doing it with love and not negative feelings. Do not judge and do not compare. Make sure that you're helping people, because you don't know what struggles people are going through at home or under different pressures at the moment, as well as what pressures you're all going under. So really think about that, of what you can do to help and support every individual in your organisation. Another thing that a lot of us don't have, but it will be good to have, especially leading up to this time of year, is have a list of signposting charities that will help and support you and your organisation. If somebody's really struggling and it's way out of your zone that you're able to deal with, make sure you know who to signpost people to help and support them. There's lots of amazing organisations out there who are really brilliant at this time of year to actually handle some of the problems, issues that you might not know how to resolve in your organisation for your teams or yourself maybe. So really look at that. Get a link, get some links and post, and actually put them up on the notice board, or so your team can see and actually use them. That would be really helpful and beneficial. But always remember to be approachable. It's really important that, you know, when you're all under pressure, you can suddenly be the one who's unapproachable, who don't go near them because they're not in the right frame of mind, etc. So really think about how approachable you are being, and the rest of your team are being as well, because your guests, your customers would like you to be approachable. That's what we're in hospitality. So let's be hospitable and approachable. And another thing that I always think is a really great idea is have something to look forward to in the new year. If you're working all Christmas and New Year, have something to look forward to in the new year. Something that everybody can celebrate, no matter whether they've been there in Christmas and New Year or not. There's a lot in the industry where it's a them and us mentality of those people who have had Christmas and New Year off and those who have worked. I've been on both sides, and there is a them and us mentality, and it's not great, because those people who may not be working Christmas and New Year, they could have been slogging the guts out all year and it's the first time off. Or those who are working Christmas and New Year are working damned hard and needing that time off in January when the people are coming back who've had that time off, all vibrant, and you're shattered. And it doesn't make for a great working environment, great team. So really think of how you're going to handle that. The communication is always the key, really, in that situation, that you're all doing a great job. You're all doing what you need to do within the organisation, and you're all working as hard as each other. There's no them and us mentality in a team. There's no I in team either. So really remember that. So have something to look forward to and help everyone feel supported and connected with each other. So communication is key, and have a great time. I will be checking in on you throughout the Christmas and New Year period. So watch out for the FAQ Fridays, and the Showcase Sundays will be a summary and some exciting opportunities. But may I wish you all the very best if you don't get a chance to see them until after the new year because you're busy working. May I wish you a happy Christmas and all the very best for 2023. And as always, I'm here to help and support you. So it's Alison at ajlakes.com. Merry Christmas. Take care.